So these are all in Sakya Ras, lot of enjoyment they are having together. Then in the what is the next ras? Dasya Ras. Then Dasya. He used to take care of him very nicely. And Balaram, when Krishna, that day, particular day, Krishna's birthday was there. And Krishna says to all friends, you tell your moms to get a lot of things for me. We'll all go to Yamuna to have it. And Balaram used to tell secretly to Sridham, don't take him to Yamuna. Because Yamuna, Kaliya is there. Because he used to always protect him. So, Balaram used to protect Krishna always. And Krishna used to eat dirt. And whenever Balaram is there, he used to always be scared of eating dirt. And once he ate dirt, immediately Balaram was there, and immediately Balaram goes and tells Maya Yashoda, your Nandalal, your Gopal is eating dirt. And Yashoda comes running. Hey Krishna, did you eat dirt? So imagine, supreme cause of all causes, creator of creations, the absolute truth, lies. Param Brahma, Param Dhama, Pavitram, Paramam Bhavan. That person is lying in front of Yashoda. And he says, I never eat dirt. All the dirt is all over his mouth. He is telling, I have not eaten dirt. And he says further, you are my mother. I take your milk. Because you also told me I have got 7 mothers and Bhumi is also another mother. I have to eat dirt, no? In the form of, that is a milk from Bhumi. I have to eat that dirt. Then Mother Yashoda says, no, that milk will not nourish you. Bhumi's milk in the form of mud is not going to nourish you. Actually, Acharyas, speak on this, explain on this. Krishna is such a servant of his servants. He actually wanted to taste the foot dust of his devotees in Vrindavan. Particularly, Dham is Balaram. He wanted to take the taste of that dust of Balaram. So that is another, because Sanatana Goswami explains, Dham is Balaram. He wanted to take the dust of Balaram, that's why he eating dirt. So many pastimes in this thing. So Balaram is very careful. In the last rasa, Madhurya rasa, actually Balaram expands himself as Ananga Manjari. Ananga Manjari is the younger sister of Radharani. And very careful, when Radharani's footprints are seen in Vrindavan, they never used to step those footprints. They used to take another route and go. Very, very careful. And Ananga Manjari never used to cross. And these are all, different rasas, different rasas that Balaram used to serve Krishna. Let's go back to one yuga back. What is that yuga called? Treta Yuga. In Treta Yuga, Balaram is Lakshmana. Same quality, again, same service. And in Dwapara Yuga, actually, he became elder. In Kali Yuga also, he becomes elder. You will come to know in due course of time why he became elder. So the same quality, Balaram is serving Krishna, Lakshmana is serving Ramachandra. When Ramachandra was banished to forest, you know all the story, because Kaikai had 2 boons. Dasharath, Ram is going to be throned on that particular day in Ayodhya, and Kaikai asked for the boon. She wanted Bharat to be crowned. All these things, you know the Ramayana story. So actually Dasharath Maharaj says that you have to go to forest for 14 years. as a chaste wife, dutiful wife, Sita says, I will also come with you. We both can go. But Lakshmana, important, Lakshmana says, I will come with you for sure. You are taking Sita, no problem, but I will come with you. And important here, you need to understand, the mother of Lakshmana, Sumitra Devi, actually says to Lakshmana, please go with Ram and serve him. Serve him. Which mother? She is a stepmother of Ram, basically. And they were equally treating as good as mother. So actually she sends Lakshmana to serve Ram. So in the Kali Yuga, you can see how brothers fighting. They're killing each other, they're taking them to court, so many things. But in the Shastras, the brothers are so nice. So here Lakshmana is ready to give up anything, everything. Whole of Valmiki Ramayana, not a single instance where Lakshmana asks something in return. So when they enter Chitrakoot, it was Lakshmana who was cutting all the grass and making the way clear for Ram and Sita. Because lot of pebbles, lot of thorns, he used to make clear everything. But if you see Lakshmana's foot, it was bleeding. It was bleeding with lot of thorns inside, pebbles inside, so many things. And at that particular time, they will actually come to a place, there's a small kingdom of Guha. And they get treated there in that particular, they stay for some time. After that, Guha actually accompanies them for some time in the forest. And they walked for some time and they said, in the evening, actually Ramchandra asked Guha where we need to sleep today because they don't have any hut or anything. And Guha says we have to sleep on this grass only because we don't have anything made at the moment. And immediately Lakshmana gets very upset. Lakshmana gets very upset. Ramchandra never sleeps anywhere, you know. That is not his standard. He's very, very upset. And he takes the oath on that particular day that he will never sleep from that day onwards. So in Valmiki Ramayana, you can see Lakshmana never sleep from that day onwards. So we also take oaths on a New Year day and so many things. When the provoking situation comes, our determination is lost and it gets dissolved. So next, when Ramachandra, only one time Lakshmana actually gets very, very, cannot handle the service of Ram. You know what is the time? When Ramachandra told Lakshmana to send Sita to forest, Lakshmana did not like it because that is the only thing that Lakshmana did not want Sita to be separated from Ram. So that day he promised himself, now you will come to know, he promised himself that day because he was a younger brother in Treta Yuga. He promised himself that he will never come as an younger brother next. In any Yuga he will never come as an younger brother. That is why in Dwapara Yuga he comes as elder brother. Who is that? Balaram. In Kali Yuga also he comes as Nityananda Prabhu. Nityananda Prabhu ki. You all know the famous story of Jagai and Madai. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu actually instructs Haridas Thakur and Nityananda Prabhu the first ever door-to-door preaching. The first ever door-to-door preaching. So actually preaching started 26 years ago actually. So Nityananda Prabhu, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Nityananda Prabhu and Haridas Thakur both agreed, yes, morning you go door to door, evening you come back and report to me the accounts, what happened, how many people you met, how many people you preached, all these things you have to come and report. And in due course of their preaching, they come across two ill-cultured, abominable drunkards. And it is described here that there was no sin in the world that they had not committed. If at all, if Chitragupta engages 100 people with him to write down their sins, they would all resign. So, they were big criminals. They used to actually go where Brahmanas are doing yajna. They used to pass urine in the yajna and pass stool. They used to kill Brahmanas. They drink their blood. They eat their flesh. So many things. And they used to throw children in Ganga. They used to fire houses. And so many, sinful activities. And Haridas heard all these things. Haridas says, I think this is not our cup of tea. I think we should go back. Now, I think it is not right. But Nityananda Prabhu heard this. Nityananda Prabhu, they were all contradicting. Nityananda Prabhu said, we have a fantastic opportunity here. If we are able to make these two, Jagai and Madai, into a greatest devotees of Lord, I will tell you, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu will get a title of Patita Pavan. So, I think we should definitely convert these people into devotees. And Haridas Thakur was not for it. And Nityananda Prabhu goes and talking to Madai, Nitai and Jagai and Madai, I am a mendicant. I am only asking you, just chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. Just chant Hare Krishna. You don't have to do anything. Krishna is a treasure of your heart. Please worship Krishna. Chant Krishna's names. Then they heard this. Madai particularly heard this. Is he trying to preach us? Doesn't he know that our greatness here in this city, in this village? Is he crazy? And Haridas Thakur heard this. Let us leave. I think we should not do here anything. But Nitai said, wait. It is interesting. As the conversation grew, Nitai started bleeding because Madai actually threw the broken liquor pot on the head of Nityanand. And Nityananda Prabhu is none other than Balaram. So Balaram and is same as Lakshmana and same as Ananta Shesha. On every hood of Ananta Shesha there is a planet floating. And he is a lord of spiritual world and the material world. Aham sarvasya prabhavo matta sarva pravartate iti matva bhajante mam budhavava samanvitaha. I am the source of all spiritual and material worlds. Everything emanates from me. The wise who perfectly know me, this engage me in my devotional service and worship me with all their hearts. So he's a Lord of the universe. There is a universe floating. In every universe there are millions and millions of planets. On one such planet, Earth is there. On Earth there are millions and millions of jivas. And these two insignificant jivas are Jagai and Madai. And Nityananda Prabhu is ready to be insulted, no problem. If he wanted, he could just burn them into ashes by his thought. But Nityananda Prabhu caught hold of their fate and said, no problem. If you just once have to hear about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and chant Hare Krishna, I am ready to sell myself to you eternally. The Lord, the Creator, the cause of all causes, He is ready to be His slave. Just for the exchange of chanting the holy names. Of course, Nityananda Prabhu doesn't have any blood. He is Satchidananda. full of ananda and bliss. But to just enact the pastime, he has blood. Do you know why he had blood? Nityananda Prabhu thought there was no reason or there was no way that these two could reach Gauranga. You know why? These two would have gone, never would have gone and approached Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So, okay, I am bleeding now. Somebody will go and tell Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Jagai and Madai were there. They were criminals and Madai threw the pot and to the head, he is bleeding. You know, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is very dear to me. And I am very dear to him. If I am insulted, if I am criticized, or if I am hurt, he cannot take it. Why? Because aham bhakta paradhina. So, Nityananda Prabhu, this is a good idea that I am bleeding. Immediately, what happened? The message went to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu immediately came. And he came as not Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He came as Vaikuntanath. He came as Vaikuntanath. He immediately took the Sudarshan Chakra and about to leave the Sudarshana Chakra to cut the heads of these two criminals. So immediately what happened? Nityananda Prabhu is falling at the feet of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, please don't do it. It is not their fault. It is my fault. Please don't do it. Please forgive them. And both Jagai and Magai heard this. And they came and fall at the feet of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is thinking, what is happening here? Actually, they actually hurt you. They abused you. And I am standing for you and you are standing for them. Huh? So, but in this yuga, they are not completely purified. So instead of killing them, Nityananda actually killed their tendency by his compassion. So Lord actually comes as most merciful. These two brothers, Krishna and Balaram, as Mahaprabhu and Chaitanya Nityananda, have a very nice plan. You know what are those two plans? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gives mercy to people who deserve it. But Balaram as Nityananda Prabhu gives mercy to people who don't deserve it. So people who approach Mahaprabhu get delivered. And people who don't approach Mahaprabhu, Nityananda Prabhu approaches him. So the Tattva, the Balaram Tattva is brilliant. So we should worship Krishna. We should not worship Krishna without Balaram. That's why Balaram is called Adi Guru. Balaram is known as Adi Guru. So all our spiritual masters represent Balaram. So that serving attitude, you can see all this Lakshmana, Shesha, Ananta Shesha, Nityananda Prabhu. You can see the service attitude. All Leelas. So this quality of simply serving selflessly makes him as Adi Guru. Because Guru is transparent. He gives message of Krishna as it is. Yasya prasada bhagavat prasado yasya prasadan nagati kutopi. But some people ask, why do I need a Guru? I can directly approach Krishna. Why do I need someone between me and Krishna? But I'll tell you, when you want to see objects, far objects, you use telescope. So many lenses are there in the telescope. Okay? So all those lenses are transparent. They are not blocking anything. So actually you can see the larger object very near, far object very near, only by those lenses. So Guru is very important in our Guru actually is giving Krishna to us. Okay? So that is very important. So all our acharyas are transparent mediums to help us to serve Krishna. This is a process of serving Krishna through bhakti. So bhakti is the only way that we can get him. Bhaktya mam abhijanati yavan yaschasmi tattvataha tato mam tattvato jnatva vishate tad anantaram. So you know how to serve. Patram pushpam phalam toyam yome bhaktya prayachati. So Balaram represents the Guru Tattva as Adi Guru, the fountainhead of all expansions. So once what happened there is a Brahma Vimohana Leela. You know what happened in Brahma Vimohana Leela? Actually Brahma took all the cows and gopas he took away, and immediately Krishna is actually their friend, and every day they are playing together. He is taking calves in the forest. He has to bring all the calves, and Brahma took them all. And immediately Krishna manifested himself as exactly the same cows, exactly the same gopas, and same shirt, everything same. And they are going, and 1 year passed, 1 full year. Balaram is thinking, what is happening here? Something is happening, suspecting. Balaram is suspecting. But none of them knows. Actually, the cows are more in a loving affection to those cows. And calves are very loving affection to their mothers. And same as gopas. Very beautiful love is there more than what they were actually doing. And Balaram actually suspected something going on here. He wondered, how could I be bewildered? Then he concluded, only by Krishna's potencies could I be mystified. So he glorifies Krishna in that. And I'll take another 5 minutes. I want to read some of the excerpts from Giriraj Maharaj. Giriraj Maharaj actually speaks about Balaram very nicely. I will only take 5 minutes more. Actually, there was this pastime only was going on when Bhagavatam has been actually translated by Prabhupada. This is the last chapter of Bhagavatam. And Prabhupada translated lying on his bed in Vrindavan. He was very weak. Prabhupada is very weak. And his disciple used to hold dictaphone right up to his mouth. He could hardly hear what he was saying. And one of the last purports he dictated was, we should discuss Srimad Bhagavatam daily as much as possible, and then everything will be clarified. The more we read Bhagavatam, because there is a Saptaha going on also in the last 3-4 days now going on. Today is the, I think, 4th canto, and devotees are actually putting Bhagavatam outside. And this is a very auspicious day if you don't have Bhagavatam at home, it is basically as good as having Krishna at home. If you have Bhagavatam, it is Krishna at home. So, if you don't have Bhagavatam, please take Bhagavatam today. It is a very auspicious day to take Bhagavatam because Balaram is Adi Guru. He will give you all that intelligence to read Bhagavatam at home. So, they used to hold dictaphone very close, and he could hardly hear what he was saying. And in one of the last purports he dictated was, we should discuss Bhagavatam daily as much as possible, then everything will be clarified. The more we read Bhagavatam, the more its knowledge becomes clear. Each and every verse is transcendental. This is what he says, 10.13.54 purport. He is saying this. If any controversy, please discuss it. Srila Prabhupada said we should come together and discuss the subject threadbare. If there is no personal motivation, Srila Prabhupada had so much love for living entities and so much potency that he could do things that no one else ever did. We have to appreciate Srila Prabhupada's greatness. Personally, I feel that whatever we could have ever want in Krishna consciousness, we can get from Srila Prabhupada. This is very nice. This is a one-stop shop for everything. You don't have to go anywhere. Everything is available. Personally, I feel whatever we could ever want in Krishna consciousness, we can get from Srila Prabhupada. I don't feel we have to go anywhere else to get it. And we don't feel there is anything lacking in what he has given us. Then he says, once Kauravas accused Krishna of being arrogant and rude. Balaram, however, defended Krishna and declared, what is the value of a throne to Lord Krishna? There is a verse in Bhagavatam, Yasyangri pankaja rajokhila loka palair. This is, you can read that sloka, 10.68.37. Balaram, however, defended Krishna and declared, what is the value of throne to Lord Krishna? The masters of the various planetary systems accept the dust of his lotus feet on their head. They are the kings of the universe, but rather than wanting priceless crowns on their heads, they desire that the dust of Krishna's lotus feet be placed there. So what is the value of some throne to Lord Krishna? Then here we see not only how humble Balaram is and how much he appreciates Lord Krishna, and also how loyal he is. The way of politics is to create division. Right? Please understand this. Very, very important. Prabhupada mentions this. The way of politics is to create division, to try to make a party weak by dividing it. Therefore, Srila Prabhupada said that the only thing that can destroy ISKCON is fighting among ourselves. Nothing can destroy ISKCON from outside. Here we see how faithful Balaram was to Krishna. Srila Prabhupada often quoted, there is a strength in unity. He cited a story of a father who wanted his sons to cooperate. First, the father gave each son a sons could break them. So father said, in the same way, if you stay together, no one will be able to defeat you. But each of you alone can be defeated. Each of you alone can be broken. So Srila Prabhupada wanted us to be united. From unity comes strength. With Srila Prabhupada, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Lord Krishna as in the center. Srila Prabhupada gave another example of father and sons. The father was sick and he needed his sons to massage him. But the sons began fighting among themselves about who would massage which part of the father's body. One brother was massaging his head, another brother was massaging his feet. And he said, I want to massage head and you massage feet. Another brother was massaging the left arm. He began to fight with another brother massaging the right arm. I am going to massage the right arm. You massage the left arm. So got so absorbed in fighting with each other about who was going to massage which part of the father's body, and at the end father dead. So Srila Prabhupada concluded, you should cooperate in the service of your father, and the father is ISKCON. So not to become so absorbed in fighting about who is going to do which service for him, and that you forget your father altogether. Now here is Balaram is a great example for us to follow. How to be humble servant, how to be faithful and fearless. Balaram wasn't afraid to express his devotion to Lord Krishna, to proclaim the glories of Lord Krishna even to Krishna's enemies. So we should learn from Balaram. We should pray for his mercy that he may teach us the mode of humble service and also the mode of loyal devotion. The mode of fearlessly defending Krishna and fearlessly preaching Krishna's glories. How Krishna massaged the lotus feet of Balaram and how Balaram considered Krishna to be his master. We can also have similar sentiments in our association with each other, because we too are also brothers and sisters, spiritual brothers and sisters, and each of us should have the mode of service to others. Thus Srila Prabhupada said, we should address each other as Prabhu, because Prabhu means master, we are servants, and our Prabhus are our masters. True, they are also servants. Though they are also servants. Sometimes Balaram massaged the lotus feet of Krishna. Sometimes Krishna massaged the lotus feet of Balaram. Each was in the mode of giving pleasure to others. and thus their relationship was so sweet and sublime. We too should have the same mood of service. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So thank you very much for patiently hearing me. If I think I have made some seed of bhakti to fructify in your heart, it should go to my Guru. If anything I have made mistakes, it should come to me. Thank you very much. If you have, I don't know, I think we have any time for questions and answers. We will, because we are having flower abhishek now, so we'll have. So if you have any one or two questions, no problem. Otherwise, yes, Prabhu? Mike.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, thank you for the wonderful class. Like sometimes I feel like when you say like Nityananda Prabhu is more merciful than Chaitanya, or even Balaram is more merciful than Krishna. So we also see that Balaram has given he has accepted Duryodhana as his disciple. And so sometimes I feel like, is it like Nityananda followers are more fallen or compared to Chaitanya's followers? Plus, is there any example where really there is a transformation of heart in the followers of Nityananda and then they became, great preachers in the parampara? And just want to get some light on this, Prabhuji.
I don't know. Can't answer this. Both are very merciful anyway. Balaram is very merciful, same as Nityananda Prabhu also is very merciful. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in Kali Yuga has come to give the Mahamantra, because this Mahamantra is for this Yuga, Kali Kale Namarupe Krishna Avatar. So, and that cult is being continued. I think Prabhu is there, senior Prabhu, he can answer. You can give it to him. Makanlal Prabhu sitting next to him.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, this is Balaram Jayanti and this is your mercy on me that you are engaging me in this seva. Actually, two ways we can look at this pastime of Balaram ji and Duryodhana relationship. Actually, Balaram ji was the follower, it's like Ram and Maryada. So, whereas Krishna, though he violated many Maryadas, he is still even more Maryada Purushottam. There are many such pastimes of Acharyas. So one way to look at that is Duryodhana out of his service really won the heart of Balaram. And through his following the rule or etiquette of how to be with the Guru, he is the one. So he took advantage of that situation. When he was learning, he learnt very sincerely, Duryodhana, and that is also mentioned in Mahabharata, that when he was learning with Dronacharya and when he was learning with Balaram ji, he was very, very sincere learner. And that really was a good quality of Duryodhana. When we have to learn from anyone, we should also learn from the qualities of Duryodhana. There are some good qualities that we can learn from. So that was one thing. The other thing was that Balaram ji was dealing with many people out of his feelings. And and that is where he is considered very, very merciful. So Krishna had to pitch in many pastimes in Mahabharata, where Balaramji went out of his way, out of his love for people. It's not just Duryodhana, but many other pastimes are also there. So that is, but for sure, wherever it came to decision making, Balaramji gave Krishna higher priority. Even in that incident where Balaramji gets very angry on Bhima, because Bhima actually hits Duryodhana under his waist. Krishna comes in and convinces Balaramji that it was needed at that moment. So while being merciful, it's like that. There is no reference or mention that that all the followers of Nityananda Prabhu or Balaramji are the ones which are more asuric by nature. It's not like that. In fact, it added more rasa of Jagai and Madhai. If you see, Balaramji or Nityananda Prabhu took that on himself, that they should become the follower of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So it is because he was confident that out of his love and affection for Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he will be able to convince both of them, which he did eventually. So I think we should look at both these aspects from the rasa bhava as adding more rasa to the whole pastime, and also from the relationship with Krishna as the elder brother in both Mahabharata and as Nityananda Prabhu in Chaitanya Charitamrita.
Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you very much. You want me to tell you another pastime? Okay. In another instance, just a second. Okay. In Mayapur, how we should have a mode of service. In Mayapur, just after he had finished, Prabhupada had finished prasad, Srila Prabhupada heard shouting from the next room, and he sent Hari Sauri, who was a secretary by then, just check what is happening there. Hari Sauri came back and explained, Srila Prabhupada, your secretaries actually, your two secretaries are arguing. Srila Prabhupada called them and asked, what is the difficulty? One secretary replied, Srila Prabhupada, I am sick. The only food that I can really eat is your remnants. So I wanted your remnants. The other secretary countered, Srila Prabhupada, I feel every disciple should get some remnants, just not one. And Prabhupada responded, he is sick, and if all he can eat and digest is my remnants, then you should have given him my remnants. He explained, it is not enough just to be a servant of spiritual master. He said, by developing, you must also be the servant of other servants of the spiritual master. He said that by developing the humble mode of being servant of the servant, one can make a wonderful advancement. He gave an example that in Bengal, whenever a saintly person would come to a village, all the villagers would come to him, wanting to take the dust from his feet and invite him to their homes and feed him and serve him. And all of them would think, oh, he is such and such a holy person, I want to get some dust from his feet and serve him. And saintly person would think, why do they want to take my dust? Why do they want to serve me? I am just an ordinary person. And Srila Prabhupada said, because both groups were humble, both made wonderful advancement. Among ourselves, like Krishna and Balaram, each of us should feel that the other is my Prabhu. So I want to serve my Prabhu. Thus everyone will make wonderful advancement, and our relationship will be very sweet, pure and sublime. And then people will be attracted. Not only will they be attracted, but they will be naturally want to bring others people too. Someone may play the part of an elder, someone the part of an equal, someone the part of junior. But everyone's mood is to serve Supreme Lord. And everyone wants to fulfill the Supreme Lord's desire. In our relationship too, because there are differences of spiritual advancement and seniority. Someone may play the role of a senior, someone may play the role of equal, and someone may be junior. Yet whatever part we play, the inner motive should always be to serve the other devotees, to help the other devotees in Krishna consciousness and in devotional service, and to make other devotees happy. When we adopt this mood, Srila Prabhupada will be happy, Sri Gaurnita will be happy, Krishna Balaram will be happy, and automatically we too will be happy. He is the original spiritual master, and we can get spiritual strength from him. So once Srila Prabhupada commented strength means intelligence. So, Haribol. Question?
Hare Krishna, Balaram Purnima, Prabhu. Such a wonderful class, Prabhu, from my obeisance. Prabhu, in Chaitanya Charitamrita, describing about the moods of Balaram, and Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami says, Chaitanyar dasami Chaitanyar das, Chaitanyar das moy dasir anudas. And in the previous verse, he did mention that he served Krishna in all the 5 rasas, but only 4 rasas are described. Can you highlight or can you give some instance where Balaram or Nityanand Mahaprabhu served Krishna in the mode of Madhurya Bhav, Madhurya Ras?
Not that Prabhu only can answer, Prabhu. Prabhu, Makanlal Prabhu only answer. I am not as.
I am not able to remember. What I have heard in one of the lectures is that he is also expanded as one of the gopis, So that is the Madhurya Rasa, where Balaramji also participates in the rasa in the form of a gopi. I am not able to remember the name, in which form.
Don't ask me question, Prabhu. Comment you can make it.
Hare Krishna Baji. Thank you so much. I definitely missed out the earlier part of the class, and you would have definitely answered this, Prabhuji. Romarshana Sutta, where Balaramji operates him off. Now Balaramji is also the Adi Guru. How do we reconcile this, Prabhuji?
Answer it. I don't know. You should answer it. Questions is difficult for me.
So the question was, Prabhuji, Balaramji is Adi Guru, and we see the pastime where Romarsha Sutta was on the Vyasasan, he was with the grass he was cut off. So how do we reconcile this particular pastime, Prabhuji?
In that pastime, what we see is that Romarsha Sutta, although he was sitting on Vyasasan, he was learned in many scriptures, but it is described in Srimad Bhagavatam that although he was learned, but when Supreme Personality of Godhead, he entered the assembly. The Guru of all Gurus is entering the assembly. Like, it is an etiquette that one should stand up and welcome him and give respect. Like, in fact, even in this assembly, if spiritual master comes, in fact, everybody should get up and offer respects to him. So everybody got up in that assembly except Romarsha Sutta. He was sitting on the Vyasasan and he didn't offer respects to Balaramji. And Balaramji understood that this is pride in the heart and such a person is not qualified to speak. One should not speak. So at that time Balaramji, to teach him a lesson, so he took a blade of grass and with that blade of grass he killed Romarsha Sutta. So because he was, and that represents the anartha of pride of scholarship without realization. So that's the anartha that represents, and Balaramji taught him a lesson. And because Balaramji is Adi Guru, it is his duty to correct the disciples also. So in that sense, we can see this pastime. And his son was made, and in fact, after he was killed, Brahmanas said he was sitting on Vyasasan, he should not be killed. And because it is a disrespect for Vyasasan also. So then Balaram said, should I bring him back to life? No. If it is your will, then who can come in between that? So let him be killed, but we should atone for that, to teach an example for others. So Balaramji atoned for that by killing Balvala, demon, and then also he went to Tirth Yatras and showed that how one should purify for his offenses which is committed. And he also said that father lives in his son. So his son, Suta Goswami, he will be made as the next successor. So that's the pastime. Hare Krishna.
Appearance day of Lord Balaram Ji ki. Hare Krishna.
So we have few sponsors today for Prasadam, and these devotees are requesting prayers from this August assembly here. We have Unmani Radha Mataji, who has sponsored Prasadam. We also have Kothai Naiki Mataji, who is the mother of His Grace Keshagor Prabhu. We have Anandini Radha Mataji, who has sponsored Prasadam today. We have Praveen Prabhu, on occasion of his birthday of Gahan Kishwai, has sponsored Prasadam, and Vrajachandrika Mataji also has sponsored Prasadam. These devotees are seeking prayers and blessings from this August assembly. So let us all chant once Hare Krishna Mahamantra for them. And also we had a wonderful speaker today who took us through the entire pastime of Balaram Jayanti. Let us all chant once Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jai Shri Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Mai ki Jai. So we'll have Abhishekam now, and Abhishekam will be in the altar itself, and after Abhishekam, Aarti will be there. Post that, Prasadam will be started. So Prasadam, as usual, Matajis will be downstairs and Prabhujis will be upstairs. So as soon as we will announce in between as soon as the Prasadam starts. So we'll all now focus all our attention towards Balaramji when the Abhishekam is happening. Hare Krishna. Kirtan can go on now.
Hare Krishna. that and use this.
Hare Krishna.
But don't sing my
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna. Hare Hare. Hare Rama. Hare Rama. Rama Rama. Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna. Hare Hare. Hare Rama. Hare Rama. Rama Rama. Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna. Hare Hare. Hare Rama. Hare Rama. Rama Rama. Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna. Hare Hare. Hare Rama. Hare Rama. Rama Rama. Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna. Hare Hare. Hare Rama. Hare Rama. Rama Rama. Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna. Hare Hare. Hare Rama. Hare Rama. Rama Rama. Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna. Hare Hare. Hare Rama. Hare Rama. Rama Rama. Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna. Hare Hare. Hare Rama. Hare Rama. Rama Rama. Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna. Hare Hare. Hare Rama. Hare Rama. Rama Rama. Hare Hare. Bolo. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna. Hare Hare. Hare Rama. Hare Rama. Rama Rama. Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna. Hare Hare. Hare Rama. Hare Rama. Rama Rama. Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna. Hare Hare. Hare Rama. Hare Rama. Rama Rama. Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna. Hare Hare. Hare Rama. Hare Rama. Rama Rama. Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna. Hare Hare. Hare Rama. Hare Rama. Rama Rama. Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Hey Hare Krishna 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 Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, oh Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Hare Hare, oh Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Dharti. Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Rama, कि जय जय गौरा चांदे आरती का शोभा के बजाय जय गौरा चंदे आरती का शोभा जय आरती का शोभा नाविताशवने जगमान लोभा नाविताशवने जगमान लोभा शिव जाके निताय चा बमे गदाधारा शिव जाकी निताय चा बमे गदाधारा शिव जाके निताय चा बमे गदाधारा शिवदकी बमे गदाधारा लेकाटे आगय काजने दास छत्रधारा लेकाटे आगय काजने वाद छत्रधारा लेकाटे आगय काजने दास छत्रधारा लेकाटे आगय काजने वाद छत्रधारा शिव बसियाचे गौराचा रत्न सिंहासने शिव बसियाचे गौराचा रत्न सिंहासने शिव बसियाचे गौराचा रत्न सिंहासने शिव बसियाचे ब्रह्मा आदिदेव गाने आरती गोरे ना ब्रह्मा आदिदेव गाने आरती गोरे ना ब्रह्मा आदिदेव गाने आरती गोरे ना ब्रह्मा आदिदेव गाने शिवनर हरे आदि करे चामर ढोलाया शिवनर हरि आदि गोरी चामर ढोलाया शिवनर हरि आदि करे चामर ढोलाया शिवनरा आदि कोरे चामर ढोलाया संजय मुकुंद बाबू घोष आदि गाया मुकुंद बाबू घोषादि गाया संजय मुकुंद बासु घोषादि गाया संजय मुकुंद बासु घोषादि गाया शिव शंख बाजे घंटा बाजे बाजे करताला 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 माधुरा मृदंग बाजे परम रसाला 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 शंख बाजे घंटा बाजे शंख बाजे घंटा बाजे शंख बाजे घंटा बाजे शंख बाजे घंटा बाजे मधुर 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 बाजे मधुर 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 बाजे मधुर 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 बाजे मधुर 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 बाजे शंख बाजे घंटा बाजे शंख बाजे घंटा बाजे शंख बाजे घंटा बाजे मधुर 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 बाजे मधुर 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 बाजे मधुर 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 बाजे मधुर 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 बाजे शंख बाजे घंटा 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 बाजे मधुर 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 बाजे गौरंगे आरती का शोभा जगर जाना माना लोबा निताय गौरा हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल निताय गौरा हरि बोल निताय गौरा हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल निताय गौरा हरि निताय गौरा हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल निताय गौरा हरि बोल निताय गौरा हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल निताय गौरा हरि बोल शिव बहो कोटि चंद्र जिने वदन उज्ज्वला
शिव बहु कोटि चंद्र जिने वदन उजाला
शिव बहो कोटि चंद्र जिने वदन उज्ज्वला
शिव बहु कोटि चंद्र जिने वदन उजाला
माला देश बाना माला कोर झलमाला
काला देश बाना माला कोरे जल माला
काला देश बाना माला कोर झलमाला
काला देश बाना माला कोरे जल माला
शिवा शिवा शोक नारद प्रेम गाद गाद
शिव शिव शुक नारदा प्रेमे गद गाद
शिवा शिवा शुक नारद प्रेम गाद गाद
शिव शिव शुक नारदा प्रेमे गद गाद
भागते विनोद देखे गौरार संपाद
भाकाति विनोदा देखे गोरर संपाद
भागते विनोद देखे गौरार संपाद
भाकाति विनोदा देखे गोरर संपाद
शिव जय जय गौरा चांदे आरती कशोभा
शिव जय जय गौरा चांदे आरती कशोभा
जानावे तटवने जगमान लोभा
विताटा बाने जगमान लोभा
नावे तटवने जगमान लोभा
विताटा बाने जगमान लोभा
जय गौरनिताय 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 जय गौरनिताय
जय गौरनिताय 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 जय गौरनिताय
जय गौरनिताय 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 जय गौरनिताय
गौरनिताय गौरनिताय गौरनिताय जय गौरनिताय
जय जगन्नाथ जय बलदेवा सुभद्रमयी जय सुदर्शना
जय जगन्नाथ जय बलदेवा सुभद्रमयी जय सुदर्शना
जय जय प्रभुपाद प्रभुपाद जय जय प्रभुपाद
जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय जय प्रभुपाद
जय गुरुदेव 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 जय जय गुरुदेव
जय जय गुरुदेव 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 जय जय गुरुदेव
निताय गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल निताय गौर हरि बोल
नित्य गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल नित्य गौर हरि बोल
दाऊजी की भैया कृष्ण कन्हैया दाऊजी की भैया
कृष्ण कन्हैया
दाऊजी की भैया
कृष्ण कन्हैया
दाऊजी की भैया
कृष्ण कन्हैया
कृष्ण कन्हैया
दाऊजी का भैया
कृष्ण कन्हैया
दाऊजी का भैया
कृष्ण कन्हैया
दाऊजी का भैया
कृष्ण कन्हैया Sauji Kabaya, Krishna Kanaya, Sauji Kabaya, Krishna Kanaya, Sauji Kabaya, Krishna Kanaya, Sauji Kabaya, Sauji Kibaya, Krishna Kanaya, Sauji Kibaya, Krishna Kanaya, Gaura 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 Hare, 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 Jai Sachidananda Gaura Hare, Sachidananda Gaura Hare, Jai Sachidananda Gaura Hare, Jai Sachidananda Gaura Hare, Gaur Nityananda bol Hari bol Hari bol, 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 Nityananda Gauranga 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 Gauranga Nityananda 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 Nitai Gaura Hari bol Hari bol Nitai Gaura Hari bol Nitai Gaura Hari bol Hari bol Hari bol Nitai Gaura Hari bol Nitai Hari bol Hari bol Hari bol Nitai Gaura Hari bol Nitai Gaura Hari bol 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 Govind jai jai Gopal jai jai Govind jai Govind jai jai Gopal jai jai Govind jai jai Gopal jai jai Radha Raman Hari Govind jai jai Radha Raman Hari Govind jai jai Radha Raman Hari Govind jai jai Govind jai jai Gopal jai jai Radha Raman Hari Govind jai 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 Haladara Jai Baladev Jai Jagadara Jai Baladev Jai Haladara Jai Baladev Jai Haladara Jai Baladev Jai Haladara Jai Baladev Jai Haladara Jai Baladev Jai Revati Nanda Jai Baladev Jai Baladev Jai Haladara Jai Baladev Jai Haladara Jai Baladev Jai Jagannath 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 Jai Baladeva Jai Subhadra Jai Baladeva Jai Subhadra Jai Jagannath Jai Jagannath Jai Jagannath Jai Jagannath Jai Baladeva Jai Subhadra 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 Jai Baladeva Jagannath Swami Nayana Patagami Jagannath Swami Jagannath Swami Nayana Patagami Nayana Patagami Bhava Tume Nayana Patagami Bhava Tume Nayana Patagami Bhava Tume नयन पथगामी भव तुम्हें जगन्नाथ स्वामी नयन पथगामी जगन्नाथ स्वामी नयन पथगामी भव तुम्हें नयन पथगामी भव तुम्हें जगन्नाथ स्वामी नयन पथगामी जगन्नाथ स्वामी नयन पथगामी भव तुम्हें नयन पथगामी भव तुम्हें हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम